We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show. I am your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a first look at it's either a Veterum or Veterum or something else entirely rum. It is by Crasleen Games and released into Steam Early Access on November 27th, 2025. They are from the people who made Warbanners, which is a great game that I'm not particularly good at. It's one that I always want to sit down and try a little bit more and try and fail a little bit to understand what I'm doing wrong to get better at it. I never got around to doing that, but it is still on the list, so there is a possible resurgence. But for right now, we're going to check out their latest and greatest, and we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of different options, which I think is kind of important that you guys can see. If you don't like the look of the hex grid, you can turn it off. I like the grid. I always appreciate having that ability. You can speed up and lower the animations. You have the different sound stuff, interface scaling. The colored hexagons, I think I'm going to go with that. Some people will think it's ugly. I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. Swaying trees, that's fine. Walking in place, I don't mind it at all, even with always on all characters, but I think I'm going to try it with only active. It's defaulted to never walking, so the characters are just stationary. But I'm going to try it with only the active unit. That way it stands out a bit more and is available to the eye visually immediately, which unit it is. Highlighting impassable objects, that's great. Gameplay, there's a lot of options here. You can have a few different ways to deal with attacks and defense. I'm not going to read through all that, but you have the D100, which is what I'm going to go with. The 5D20, which is essentially still kind of a D100, but the lowest you could get would be a 5. And then, of course, you can still get 100, so it's actually potentially better, or I don't know. But it says the extreme highs and lows are much less likely with this type. So maybe a slightly more balanced way of doing things. And then tokens, I'm not going to really read through that. No virtual dice is given unique tokens based on... Anyway, you guys can read through that. I still like the idea of just the D100. That's just my own personal preference. It's probably not the best, but it's what I like. A probability of injury, units have more health. The mechanic of the temporary state attacked. I don't know what that means, but we can find out. Anyhow, I'm going to leave most of the stuff as it stands. This is pretty much exactly how it was when we started. And then the base hit chance makes me very uncomfortable, but it's balancing the accuracy versus the evasion, and it's at a 50% chance if they're equal. I can live with that. And then we have the difficulty. I haven't touched this at all yet either. I do probably want to turn this on, but I'm going to leave it as is for this first look, and then we'll see where we go from there. And when the game does fully release, I will probably hop back in, and I may tweak some of the stuff. I may lower it or make it harder, or who knows. I know that the Warbanners game was actually quite challenging, quite the challenge, so I assume this is going to have its own level of difficulty. What were you doing before you joined the Order of the Gatekeepers? I was a scribe, I was a novice at healing, I was a duelist in close combat, I was a vagrant, very universal, or a minstrel, inspiration and reinforcement. Battle and weakening magic if I was a scribe. You know, I think I'm going to go with duelist, even though, yeah, it's fine. So, basically, you were a professional duelist. In the last duel, you lost, but saved your life thanks to the mercy of the enemy. You are good at close combat, but magic is not available to you. Well, I don't know about that. The scribe, we can have battle and weakening magic. You learn quickly and can teach others, but you are not a good fighter. We could do the vagrant, probably a jack of all trades, maybe? You never had more than a couple of coppers in your pockets? Yeah, I know that feeling. You wandered around the world, not staying in one place, and doing odd jobs. You are not afraid of the hardships of camp life. Let's just go with the duelist. I like to smash things with my face until it dies, so we'll go with normal, most likely, most assuredly, probably the best option. It looks like hard is where the permadeath pops in, but it looks like we can still change the difficulty levels at any time in the options menu, which is nice. A month ago, a star fell far to the west. Everyone felt the earth shake, including the dwarves in their dungeons. The streets of the cities were instantly flooded with false prophets. A couple weeks later, the first disturbing news began to arrive. The Turans were gathering into a horde. Soon, ghosts and reanimated dead began to be seen near ancient burial grounds. My name is Edward. I am an interrogator of the Order of the Gatekeepers. Our job is to protect the people. Well, let us get to it then. The creatures of uncertainty gnaw at the edge of my resolve. These lawless domains, where shadows recoil and malignant eyes gleam like fiery orbs. They leave me profoundly grateful for the weight of my trusty weapon. The twisted darkness is festering in every crevice of this land, exuding a malevolence that my tongue can almost taste. Outlaw marauders are getting bolder by the day. They don't seem to fear my presence anymore. A reckoning is overdue. A violent and grim reckoning to remind them who is in charge. Amidst the tranquility of this mundane existence, I yearn to reignite the fervor of my youth. At 27, one should be immersed in valorous battles, not wandering off the vagrants of this desolate society. Thus, I ponder a shift to the serene eastern frontier, where men persist in relentless warfare, seeking the vitality and purpose that elude our quietude. Yet, the master's cynicism casts a long shadow over my loyalty, and I refuse to serve one who doubts my commitment. Yet, the mere notion of departing this order sends shivers down my spine, for those who leave have a curious tendency to vanish without a trace. Scout's warning. Alert! Armed men ahead! The relentless outlaw marauders. These motherless bastages are the reason my squad have been swallowing dust for the past 5 days in this forsaken wasteland. Alright. Yep. Controlling the game is done using the left mouse button. With the right mouse button, you can view detailed information about the units or terrain objects under the cursor. The escape button opens the menu and closes information windows. To change the zoom, use the mouse wheel or the page up and down keys. You can move the camera using the arrows, WASD, or by holding down the left or middle mouse button. Can you pan as well? You can. Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Your units: Edward, the main character, the enemies, the selected unit's stats, and the buttons for the potions, skills, and spells. To win, you must eliminate all enemies. Use the left mouse button to select units and issue orders. After giving orders to all units, press the N-turn button, bottom right corner, or the spacebar. Alright, 1, our units. 2, Edvard is right there, okay. 3, the enemy. 4, selected unit stats. 5 buttons for potions, skills, and other things. Got it. Oh, there's more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Attack range. Facing direction indicator. Number of action points. AP. Circle colors. Red, not enough AP to attack. Orange, enough AP to attack. Green, more AP than required to attack. Hexes available for movement. Darkened. The number shows how many AP the unit will have left after moving here. Or there, rather. Hexes inside an enemy zone of control. Red. After moving there, the unit cannot continue moving. AP 1, 3, and 4. 1 movement, manual turning. Turning during movement attack is automatic. AP is spent only on manual turning. Click the unit with the left mouse button to choose a direction. 3 AP attack and moving objects. 4 AP using terrain objects, potions, magic, or skills. Alright, I think I have a rough idea what's going on. Looks like Edvard is our very first guy. We can zoom in all nice and close like and see our beautiful, beautiful units. I appreciate that. Oh, over here. I'm like, where'd the enemy at? Alright, so it looks like we've got ourselves a brigand. We have another brigand. I bet this is a brigand as well, but this one looks like he might have a... Nope, he's got a mace. A mace and a sword. A mace, a mace. They could also have swords. Probably do. That's what that is. That's not a horn on their head. And then we have a doge. Okay. Well, I suppose that is a thing that's definitely happening. I'm going to move here. Resources that can be sold in town. Corn, flour, dust. Stand on the hex, disappears after 3 turns. Can be destroyed. It is flammable. It cannot be pushed. Are all of these the same? They are. Alright. I've gathered the dust of the flower of corn. I don't seem to be able to finagle myself. Alright. Can I select my other... Okay, I can. Like, can I select other characters? I wasn't sure. I wouldn't mind going and gathering more stuff, but I don't know how viable that is. Alright. Again, kind of want to go for the dust. Alright, we have made our turn. That was your whole turn? Oh. Okay. If a unit has enough action points and stamina to attack, 3 action points and 4 stamina are required, attack pointers will automatically appear over all the enemies within its attack range. Okay. Attack pointer, 1. Hit chance, percentage, cannot be lower than 10%. Damage dealt on hit cannot be lower than 1. Attack range, half the attack range, shooters only. Unit in the line of fire, shooters only. Shooter attack rules. Attack range 3+. Unit, or each unit on the line of fire reduces hit chance by 10%. The target is farther than half of the attack range. Hit chance is reduced by 10%. Each enemy adjacent to the shooter reduces hit chance by 20%. Why? Shooters cannot fire through tall objects, trees, and so on. Shooters without the arc shot trait cannot shoot over other units. Oh. Well, that all seems kind of bad. For other people that aren't me. I can attack the bush. You know what? Let's do it. Yay, I hit him. I'm gonna just go and grab that. I don't really see why I shouldn't or wouldn't want to do that. I'm gonna move Eddie over here a little bit. 80%. That was a chance to hit was 80. How in the blue blazes did I miss? Where's our stamina? I should have looked at that. I do apologize. Stamina's there, and our action points are here? Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm maybe gonna go over here. I think this is gonna disappear before I get there, though. That's my guess. Alright. Oh, they have seen the weakness in me. They're going to exploit it. Alright, I did get a lot of the corn dust, though. So there is that. Alright. Take that shot. Step away. Step up. I can't hit, which is fine. It's not too bad. And if I step here, I can at least smack him in the back. And that wasn't enough damage. I thought for sure I would have been in a spot that would have maybe worked out pretty well in. Are we more or less good? Looks like we are. Okay, I think having allies in the situation... Well, I had to attack. I had to try it. Interesting. They split their attack. The Doge is on its way. I gotta take that shot. I believe I'm gonna move Edward up a little bit closer. I'll take that shot again. Move down. Gonna swing on him. Gonna swing on him again. Swing on him a third time. In reality, that's probably about all we've got. Maybe I can move here. That maybe makes the most of stuff. I think maybe these guys will close range with our archers, but We might be okay. We'll see. Attack of opportunities can be a problem. Double attack. Fascinating. Yeah, okay. I figured that was going to be the case. I'm going to show the power of the Edvard. Edvard says, "Good day, sir. You think that you are strong enough to do this thing? You are not strong." Apparently, not really working for us here. Alright, I can shoot at the Doge, but I'm having line of sight issues or something. I can't move out of the way. I think I'm going to take a shot at the dog anyway. Yeah, it worked out. Alright, cool. Can't do anything with you. I could do something with you, but I don't know what the play is with you. Maybe I'll just move up here and we'll call it a day. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Going for the archer. The archer's like, well, I mean, you can go for me if you're really feeling it, buddy, but I don't really think that's the best of ideas for you. I'm going to step into his wingspan and hope that that's going to work out. Likewise, I'm going to come over here. Is there any kind of loot I should be looking to get? It does look like there's something there. I don't know if we have to get that before, like, the end of the battle. If we'll get that regardless of the battle. I don't know how that works. So I think I'm going to move here. I don't know if flanking is going to be useful in any feasible way. Okay, we didn't have an attack of opportunity, which I find interesting. Really strong chest. Alright, just gonna take the shot. I guess we'll find out about the chest after the combat. Alright, so Edward, Arnold, Oliver, Romain, Osgod, and Andrew. So that's a kill. Yep, a kill for everyone except for Romain, who did not get a kill. We had 15, 26, 17, 9, 13, and 21 experience. We got ourselves some cornflower dust, which I guess was probably something we could just sell, amount of gold. And we didn't seem to be able to pilfer anything from the boxes. The beginning of the way. Mission accomplished successfully. Rewarded 100 monies. I don't know. Gold, crowns, florin, something. Dinars, if you want. Oh. The world is divided into nodes, points connected by paths, lines. You can move the army only to neighboring nodes. Click on it with the left mouse button, and it takes 1 day to travel. Initially, you only see part of the nodes. As you travel around the world map, you discover new nodes and paths to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Current day, gold in the treasury, number of units, visibility of the army. Hover over the icons for more information. 2, active missions. 3, your army. 4, the indication that you can complete a mission at this node. 5, threat level in a random battle, not due to the complexity of the missions. The name of the node, usually a town. Entrance to the army camp, where you can equip and improve your units. By rotating the mouse wheel, you can change the map scale. By holding down left mouse button, you can drag the map. Press space to center camera on your army. All right. So 1 is the stuff up here, makes sense. 2 is your active mission, patrolling, sure. 3 is your army, where it's okay. It's a little bust or whatever that is there, fine. 4, indication you complete a mission at the node. Okay, the exclamation point, I gotcha. Threat level of random battle, that is number 5. Okay, I see. The name of the node, usually a town. Number 6, Barak Dabar. Entrance to the army camp. 7. Okay. So we're up here. I've clicked on our army, and in the army's marching camp, you can upgrade your units, the training section, and manage their equipment, the inventory section, trading and recruiting new units, or the next units. I don't know what I was going to go with there. Trading and recruiting new units is only possible in towns. Interesting. Trading and recruiting. Okay. Section buttons, panel for the selected section, army inventory, army panel to sort units, drag them while holding left mouse button. The selected unit, the panel for the selected unit. Okay, I think I got all of that. And then the inventory side, available artifacts, potions, and scrolls. Artifacts that this unit cannot use is where? Okay, they're red, makes sense. Potion cost. Cost? Number of potions in stock. Equipped artifact. Marker showing that a skill or trait comes from an equipped artifact. Okay. Each unit can equip 2 artifacts, a weapon, and 1 piece of other gear, armor, amulet, etc. Units can also carry up to 3 potions. Units cannot carry scrolls. To equip a unit, right-click on the artifact in the army inventory or drag it to the panel. So, I mean, this isn't really going to help me in any way, shape, or form because it's nothing, but we get to actually see how much experience they have right on their face. I like that. Well, we're going to come back here and hopefully the mission's available at this node. To start a mission, we'll have to click on his name. All right. Start mission. Patrolling. Okay. As we crossed the threshold of the village, a chorus of desperate voices rose, their anguished cries slicing through the tranquil air. Spiders! Save us! Their panicked screams resonated, accompanied by quivering tones fraught with dread. The mere thought of a colossal spider, a grotesque specter of nature, sent tremors coursing through my being. For me, there existed no creature more abhorrent than an arachnid, and the notion of encountering a giant one left me paralyzed. Fortunately, these nightmarish arachnids seldom venture beyond the depths of the forest, sparing those who, like me, harbored no particular fondness for the woods. With a resolute spirit, we went on a quest to unveil the source of the peasants' fervent agitation. Okay. Before the battle begins, there's no way this ends well, you must deploy your units on the field of battle, or the battlefield, if you prefer. Placed units marked with a green check mark in the army panel. Got it. Hexes available for placement. 2. Yep, all of them their places. Information on how many units can be deployed. Okay, hover for details and the army panel itself. To deploy a unit, click on left mouse button, then click on hex. To move a unit, click with left, and then choose new hex. To hold shift to swap units. To remove a unit, click its portrait with the left mouse button. The unit will highlight on the battlefield. Units not deployed will not participate in battle. If you prefer not to place units manually, use the auto deployment button. After placement is complete, click start battle. Oh, these poor peasants. And we can bring all 6 of our boys. Alright, we'll put Eddie over here. I think we're going to go like that. Might be a mistake, might not be. Do we heal? I don't know if we've healed between sections or not. But we are going to move up regardless. As far and as fast as we can. For we do not wish the spiders any good luck, but only doom. Alright, so we wish the spiders doom. We got our units out in position. The peasants are going to actually try to do something instead of running in terror. I don't know if that's a good idea. That is a large spider. The others are just medium-large spiders. I think the peasantry is going to have a really rough time with things. We're going to go around behind and miss. I'm going to stay right here. And then can we do a double attack? Not enough AP. That's a little unfortunate, but I suppose it's fine. It does appear that we are going to be at a somewhat bit of a disadvantage here. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, we missed everything. All right, stepping up with Edward. He says he's gonna man up. He's gonna handle things. He's gonna take care of business, as they say. I'm not really sure who says that specifically, but I'm sure it's something people say. All right, we have made our moves. Let's see what's up. The peasants are trying. I mean, they got a stab or two out there, right? Now the enemy is gonna eat them, spit on them and stuff. All right. Attack from behind. Aha! Victory! All right, cool. Most units can use skills or spells. Okay, we're gonna actually. I was gonna look at this upcoming, so this is good as a reminder for us. Skill buttons, spell buttons, selected spell hexes available for use, boundaries of the spell's impact area, the damage that will be inflicted by the spell. So 1, yep. 2, the whole thing. Okay, sure. 3, the selected. Okay, I see the little border around it. 4, the hexes available for use. The blue area, okay. The boundaries of the impact, or the dark blue areas around, sure. Oh, hold on. So 4, 4, 4, okay. That's interesting. So 5 is the boundaries of the spell. Okay, I'm sorry. I was misreading the situation. 6, the damage that will be inflicted. As a okay, I see. I understand. Application requirements: 4 action points, 4 stamina for skills, or 2 stamina for spells. A certain amount of mana for spells. Each skill has a cooldown parameter that determines its usage frequency. Attacking skills follow the rules of a regular attack. To apply a skill or spell, click on it with the left mouse button, then click on the desired hex on the battlefield to cancel. Okay, I got you. I am all over this junk. I know what is going down. Like a sweet, sweet muffin. Probably. Muffin button. Alright, let's head over here. And I guess to here, probably. That dude definitely not going to make it. He's already having a real bad time. These guys, there's no telling if they're going to make it or not, but we can shoot with archery and stuff and hope that we don't accidentally hit our people. I don't know why I don't have line of sight of that guy, but we're going to shoot this guy. Hey, it worked. Edward! Edward, do a thing! Throwing knife, that's not really... Okay. We can get extra evasiveness for a few turns if we really, really wanted to, but... Okay. Well, I mean, that's really about the size of our ability to do anything. Alright, I think we're going to hang out here. The spider may come over to our archers, which is not great, probably. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, end the turn. The peasants are trying to step up and get things handled. Oh my god, it ate the... Oh, okay. That's the thing that happened. That's not great, probably. How much health does this thing have left? 5 still? Ugh. Okay, well we killed the biggin. I mean, we're gonna try to get over here to help. I'm slightly concerned with our archers' positioning now, but hopefully we're okay. Did he just stab my guy? I don't... Okay, we got somewhat fortunate there. Oh, that was great. A little less great. Alright, we're behind. We're fully flanking. We're Flankensteining them. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think this is fine. Alright, he is fully Frankensteined. Peasants are stepping up. We still had the big spider coming over. But, all things considered, I think we're looking pretty okay. Oh, that's super disappointing. I shall attack you. 10. Oh, they blocked me. I will say I get spoiled when you have units that don't end up blocking your units. That is something that I get very spoiled about. And then when games don't have that, I'm not saying that we should be able to necessarily pass through our own allies or even like our own units, but next unit with an... Oh, okay, there's a button for that. Cool. Alright, well, I guess I'll just hit this then for no reason. Is there anything else to get? Can't move through webs. I mean, potentially there's probably some loot to be had. But doesn't look like there's anything I can do about it right now, so I won't. The peasants are trying. One of the peasants died. Oh, that one got beat up pretty bad. Edward's here! Never fear! Victory! Ooh, reward unit. He killed 4 things, and I think we should reward him. What does this do? Attention! A unit can have no more than 3 awards. A previously given award cannot be removed. Are you sure you want to reward the unit? For Valor, it gives +1 strength and +2 accuracy. I think so. That sounds good. I'll have to make sure he gets really good ones in the future that are better than that if possible. Amount of damage it dealt. Okay. Everybody did at least a little something. Most of the kills went to Edward, but we got 2, 1, and 1. Yeah, it's not bad. Patrolling. Mission accomplished successfully. 100 gold. Alright, and then from there, we can look down here. We see that this is a average danger level, I guess. Or sorry, a danger level of 5 skulls. I don't know what that means in comparison to what we've been doing battle with, because most of our battles have not been just a random encounter. The chance of encountering an enemy is, or enemies in general, is average. That seems high. 5 skulls does not seem like an easy task. So I would assume that that's kind of difficult. Like the one over here looks like it's going to be... Oh, 5 is like the highest. Okay. I didn't know if like the whole thing filled up with skulls, but I see now 5 is definitely the worst of the worst, and probably not something that we want to do. Anyway, guys and gals, I know we haven't gone too deep into the game. We kind of got a rough idea. We learned a lot of little basics. We don't really have a lot of skills. Before we break it off, though, I'd like to see what we can do here if we got a level up or anything like that. We do have some bandages. Armor less than 3. A friendly unit regenerates 4 health and stops bleeding. It looks like everybody is full health, so no one is actually wounded. Parry, slashing damage. Experience is 52. Experience free. Okay, so and then we can go to training. Here we go. Experience earned by a unit can be spent to improve its attributes and teach it new skills. Improvements cannot be undone, so don't make a mistake. Or else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unit skill slots. Let's just take this one spot at a time. Sure, makes sense right here. Spell slots are going to be over here on the right. Upgrade categories. Number 3. Where is 3? Oh, up here. Characteristics, abilities, and skills / spells. Units free experience, that's going to be number 4, which is right here, sure. Units level, number 5, which is right there, sure. Available upgrades, click the desired upgrade with the left mouse button to purchase it. That's up in 6, it's up in this box here. And then the cost of it, how much experience it takes to level things up. Okay, makes sense. Number of spells and skill slots is limited from 2 to 5, so choose carefully what to learn. Unit level is calculated from the amount of experience spent on upgrades. The more experience a unit has earned, the slower it gains new experience. Interesting. So, if I were to just take a peek, getting first aid would be 170. Breathing, 8 stamina is not consumed. Stamina is not consumed on use. Sorry, to use a skill. There should be no enemies on neighboring hexes. Okay. A powerful strike. We have gut shot, not gunshot. Unit attacks an enemy. A successful hit wears 7 stamina of the defender, in addition to normal damage. Nice. Then we can throw a knife. It is considered a ranged attack, and we can become more evasive. We can upgrade traits, get tireless, dodgy, expose weakness, or commander. But right now, the only thing we can really do is upgrade a few different stats here. Apparently, mana is super low, and it's probably because we have no mana. So this will give us 1. And then our stamina is where our stamina is at. What I'd actually like to be able to upgrade, which does not look like a thing that we can upgrade, is an action point. At the beginning of the turn, is there anything that the unit that has action points and is attacked gains +2 evasion but loses 1 action point? I'm wondering if there's a way to increase action points through training or how that ups. Hopefully there is a way to increase it. I don't know. I still feel like we don't have enough experience for that to be really that viable, even though we're also the ones with the most experience. So, we'll see. Anyway, guys and gals, like I said, I know we barely scratched the surface. We haven't gone into the towns. We haven't seen a lot of stuff. We haven't gone and done a random encounter. We've just been kind of doing quest encounters and things of that nature. But I want this to be fresh when it releases. I want to be able to dive into it and just enjoy and go around and experience most of it for the very first time. And the more we play now, the less I get that experience for you guys later on. I think it's really cool. Like I said, I really liked Warbanners. I was not very good at it, and I never put the time in to get a little bit better, which I've always regretted and still want to do, and maybe will do one day. But check out the game, guys and gals. It is Veterum. It is pretty cool. I like a lot of the concepts and ideas. It has a very old school feel, despite it being a game that isn't even released yet, and I can appreciate that. I do like myself some old school tactical strategy RPG type things. And again, with a map of this size, the various different nodes and places that we can go, there's clearly something going on over here, something going on over here. Who knows what all this stuff is going to do, but at least we have a small taste of what is going on. We have nodes that were within reach. We've gone through a couple of battles successfully. And yeah, there's still a lot left to learn, a lot left to do. So I hope this at least put the game on your radar for all you SRPG fans, as it is known. And check it out, whether you want to do so in early access or once it fully launches. A big shout out and a thank you once again to Crasleen Games for sending a code my way. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making great strategy games. I'll keep playing them. I loves my tactical turn-based strategy games, as I say. All right, folks, if you want more information about the game, where to get the game information on the developer, or any of that stuff, down below in the description of the video, there'll be various links, just like there always are. And until the very next first look video, full series, triple P series, limited run mini series, or any other series or single video you find here on The Freak Show, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by The Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.